gather wood, craft goods, and be careful how many blueberries you spend in Woodcraft. Thank you for joining us at Tantrum House Studio D. I'm Melissa Delp.
And I'm Kevin Delp. Woodcraft is an action selection, resource management, dice manipulation game for 1 to 4 players. It takes about 2 hours to play.
It's designed by Ross Arnold and Vladimir Suchi. It's published by Delicious Games, and then here in the States by Rio Grande Games. They gave us this copy to review. We'll give a quick overview of the gameplay and then share our experiences and opinions.
Woodcraft has several common boards. There's a main game board with the action selection wheel, the dice lumberyard, and helpful reminders for gameplay. There's also an income board where you'll track the rounds, your income, and reputation. You'll track points on this board, which also has displays for the order cards and helper cards.
Each player has their own workshop board where they'll place their dice, helpers, tools, and upgrades. You also have an area to keep track of your orders and resources.
Now you're playing as forest people, running individual woodworking workshops. You'll be hiring helpers, improving your workshop, and acquiring different types of wood to complete orders for your customers.
Here's the overall structure of the game. It's played over 13 rounds, and during a round, each player will take 1 turn. So you basically get 13 turns during the game. At the end of certain rounds, there will be an income phase, and at the end of the final round, you'll perform final scoring, and whoever has the most points wins.
Your turn has 3 steps: grow trees, take actions, and optionally to buy points. If you have any trees planted, the dice will grow, increasing their pip value.
Then you choose an action from the wheel. This is the main part of your turn. You get to perform the action on the tile and take any bonuses shown on the space it was on. Then you move the tile to the next section on the wheel.
The actions you can take include things like buying lumber dice, buying materials, improving your workshop, producing and planting trees, hiring helpers, and choosing orders.
A lot of the actions require you to spend blueberries, which are the main currency in the game.
Yummy.
So you'll need to find ways to earn those blueberries.
Lanterns are another valuable resource in the game. You can spend them to either take a different action than the tile you selected, or to take a bonus action. Bonus actions cost 3 lanterns, though.
In addition to your main action, you can also perform free actions during your turn. You can use saw blades to cut your dice down, scrap wood to add pip values to your dice, even glue 2 dice together. You need to have the equipment available in some of these instances, certain resources as well to take those actions.
You're manipulating your dice so you can complete orders, which is a free action once you have all the requirements. You pay the cost, then get the rewards shown on the card and on the row the card occupies.
Completing orders is a great way to get blueberries, resources, and points. Choosing orders that complement each other with the rewards and requirements makes it easier to fulfill them.
At the end of your turn, you can advance once on your marketing track by spending a certain amount of blueberries for points.
After each player has taken a turn, the round ends. Now, most of the time, nothing really special happens. The next player just takes their turn. But at the end of certain rounds, you perform the income steps, which include things like gaining income, refreshing the tiles in your workshop, and cycling through some of the cards on the display.
A really important thing that happens during income is you move your incomplete orders down a row. Now, the benefit isn't as good. Also, you play a new order from your hand.
Yeah, at the beginning of the game, you're dealt a bunch of orders and you choose 4 to keep. You'll play 1 at the beginning of the game and then 1 more during each of the income phases. Now, 2 of these orders that you keep have hazelnuts on them, and they're special because they let you claim a public contract when you complete them.
The public contracts award points at the end of the game. You can claim at most 2, but there's also a race aspect. Once a contract has been claimed by someone, if anyone else wants to score that contract, they have to claim it in that same round. It can't be claimed in a later round.
So there's an interesting tension and strategy with the 4 orders in your hand. Do you play one of those special hazelnut orders at the beginning in hopes of getting your top choice of contract? Or do you play one that gives you a lot of resources and rewards, which could help you fulfill other orders?
There's also the timing aspect. Maybe Melissa and I both want to score a specific contract. If I see that she's close to having what she needs to fulfill a hazelnut order, I'm also going to try to fulfill my hazelnut. Maybe I can do it a round before her and deny her the contract.
Right.
Or maybe we both claim it in the same round. I just want to make sure I don't get shut out.
This is definitely a tight game where every turn and every action matters. At the end of one game, I was one resource short of completing an order that would have given me 16 points all told, and it would have given me the win. I thought I had it all figured out, and I was doing the things, but I overlooked one thing.
I think it took me like 3 plays to really wrap my head around everything and really do well in the game. For instance, the lanterns are pretty valuable, and you may not see that the first time you play. You could use them to take a different action than the one you moved. This can be extremely strategic to get the benefits of a space, but not be tied to the action there.
There are so many things you can do in the game, but you can't do them all. You have to focus and be strategic with your choices. For example, you can collect tools for your attic, but the benefits and bonuses don't really shine until you get a lot of them. To do that, you'll probably need to ignore some other aspects of the game.
I really enjoy upgrading my workshop. It gives you a lot of flexibility to be able to manipulate your dice by sawing, splicing, and gluing them. And it's just fun to figure out ways to get the most out of your dice. If you need a 5, maybe you could saw a 6 into a 5 and a 1, or glue a 2 and a 3 together. There's like all those cool options.
I usually like to hire several helpers for my workshop so I can make use of their powers and production bonuses. I especially like the ones with dice manipulation powers or that produce dice. I actually seem to remember one game where Kevin, I don't think you bought any helpers besides the one you got during setup. So how did that go for you?
It went okay because my workshop had almost all the upgrades. So I was able to do a lot with my dice and not really worry about the workshop helpers. Here's what I think about the helpers. Some are amazing and will have you feeling like a woodworking genius, while others are not as good and will have you feeling like you've been berry picking all day. Now, having the right ones for your game is key. Trust me, dice are way more valuable than berries.
Well, I'd agree, unless you're one very short for buying something, and then they're super valuable. Overall, I've enjoyed my plays of Woodcraft. I usually enjoy games by Vladimir Suchy, ones that he's worked on like Praga and Underwater Cities.
Didn't you put this in your top 10 games of 2022?
Yes, I did. I think it was in spot number 4. I like the wheel mechanic for how the action selection and the tiles can get more benefits if they haven't been chosen for a while. It can make for some interesting decisions. I also enjoy the different ways you can upgrade your workshop and manipulate the dice.
Now, it was in my top 10 as well.
Oh, yes, it was.
I like all those things. I actually really like the dice manipulation in the game. All those different ways just really make it extra fun. So you can see both of those videos right up there.
So there's definitely a lot going on in this game. I'd categorize it as medium plus or maybe heavyweight. If you like Praga Kaput Regni, I think you'd like this one too. I also think they are different enough to have both in your collection.
Yeah, Woodcraft is a game that will keep you entertained for hours. It may take a few plays to fully understand the game with all its complexities, but once you do, you'll be able to be master of the workshop. It's coming soon to the US from Rio Grande Games.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and let us know in the comments what are your favorite action selection or dice manipulation games.